Today we are going to take up a topic called manifesting success. That means how to manifest success. Now, before we start the topic, this is going to be a three-part series where you're going to understand how to manifest success, how to manifest wealth, and how to manifest happiness. Three separate videos. First video that we are doing is called how to manifest success. When a person wants to manifest success, what is the yardstick that he is having? See, everybody has a yardstick of success. What is the yardstick of success? Way back in time, the Olympians, they said that we want to complete the mile in 4 minutes. And then it happened to be 3 minutes. Now you will find that that is definitely a changeover. So what is your yardstick? Your yardstick is based only on the current data available. You are not interested in any other thing. You are interested in the current data. You want to pass your examinations so that you can get into some good college. That's success. You are interested in getting a job. That is the kind of success you want. You want a good job, of course. And then you want to earn money. Again, you are interested in success, but you want a certain amount. Then let us say I want to get married, I want to settle down, I want to do this, I want to do that, everything. You still have a yardstick. And that yardstick is your own. And you are only interested in achieving that one thing. But success is nothing like that. Success is an ongoing story. You want to be successful from whatever age you are. Let us say you are 20 years old or 30 years old. You want success from today onwards till you die, isn't it? Or are you interested in only becoming successful now? So your idea about success should never be limiting. It has to keep on growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Till the last day of your life, you have to aim for this success. And manifesting it is possible in this world. Now, I will give you a story. This is about a YouTuber named Casey Neistat. I'm sure you have heard of Casey Neistat. Now, this gentleman who has been putting up videos for the last 10, 12, God knows how many years. Now, he has been a personal vlogger. Now, when he was vlogging, he was talking about his daily life. Then it so happened that way back in time, many years ago, he met with an accident. When he met with an accident, they had to put a titanium rod in his leg. His doctor told him that he is not in a position to run. He cannot go out and run the way he used to. He wanted to always go for marathons. And naturally, if you are told like this, there is a problem in your life. But he said, let me try. And he kept on running. He succeeded. But then he set a target for himself. And the target was that I want to complete my marathon in less than 3 hours. Now from that day till today, the number of marathons that he had run, he was never able to cross this 3 hours barrier. And the marathon that he ran just recently, he was able to break that barrier and he was able to achieve it under 3 hours. Now look at this man. He has a titanium rod in his leg and yet he was able to achieve this success. Now the next question which I have is very important. Now what? What then? What are you supposed to do after that? And there must be definitely a formula for this. Today when we are talking about manifesting success, the manifestation of success needs to have a formula. Let us look at it from all perspectives. You will find that there has to be some general formula somewhere in this world. This formula is important. So I'll break it down into 4 steps for you. The first step for achieving success in your life starts with the word knowledge. You got to have knowledge of the subject matter, whatever the subject matter is. It could be running, it could be your life, it could be just doing examinations or whatever. You should have the knowledge for attaining that objective in your world. Suppose you want to become an IAS officer, or you want to join the government services, you want to say, climb Mount Everest, does not matter. First, knowledge is important. Without knowledge, you cannot progress in your life. By the way, if you have a shortage of knowledge, you can definitely fail. But if you have knowledge, at least you are eliminating a lot of negatives along the way. So, first is knowledge always. You need to educate yourself in whatever subject that you are looking at. If you are seeing a particular entrance examination, you got to pile up all those books and study them. You got to gulp them down. Okay? In the same way, if you want a very, very good job, you need to give so many interviews, and you should know exactly how to give an interview, how to answer everybody. That is knowledge. Now you want to succeed in your marriage. Do you think success in marriage comes without knowledge? Well, you are mistaken. You need to have knowledge about everything. You need to know how to keep your wife or your husband happy. That is success. In the same manner, whatever that you do in this world, to attain that kind of a success, you got to first study the subject. You have to become a subject matter expert. And when you become a subject matter expert, you will be able to progress in your life better and go towards success. Now, the second thing that you need to have when you want to attain this success, somebody who can guide you, who can teach you, who can train you, and hand hold you. Even Casey Neistat didn't win it on his own. He had an Olympian runner. That runner was training him for 2 whole years. He must have paid a bomb to get him. But whatever the case might be, at least there was somebody in his life. The trainer is important. If you look at Arjuna, he had so many successes in his life. Now, all those successes can be attributed to Krishna. That was his trainer. You see, everywhere, whether King Ashoka is concerned, whether Chandragupta Maurya is concerned, he wanted to go ahead. He needed a trainer, and that trainer was important. That was Kautilya or Chanakya. That is the name that you know. Same thing. Whichever field you want to get into, with knowledge, you need the subject matter expert wherever. So you want to become a great scientist, you need some teacher, some mentor somewhere. That person has to guide you. A guide is required. You want to do your PhD, you need a guide. You can't do it on your own. That is where the guru comes into the picture, the teacher comes into the picture, the spiritual masters, everybody comes into the picture. Uh, a great sage or a saint cannot become a great sage or a saint without his teacher. Please know this. You got to have a great teacher. Then, point number 3. The third point is called the plan. Okay? When you have a plan for success, it cannot be one time. It is not that my success plan is to achieve a 3-hour race. No. It has to be beyond that as well. That means I cannot say that my plan is going to stop at this place. So I want to become an IAS officer. The moment I become an IAS officer, oh, I've achieved everything. Doesn't mean that. No. Even the stock exchange has a plan, isn't it? Have you seen the market rise, then fall, then rise, and then it falls again? Everywhere, this whole nature is divided into that. Success, failure, success, failure, success, failure. Everywhere that same wave is there. So in life also, you got to have successes and then failures as well. Failures doesn't mean that you are going to be down and out for a long period of time. You will rise from there. You will rise from the ashes. And that is the reason why the execution of the plan is very, very important. And don't restrict yourself with a short term plan. Plan for the entire life. Plan right up till the last. Success comes to those who plan up to the last day of their life, not halfway. So don't think that you are a 20-year-old, you just have to plan for, okay, I need a good job. No. You are going to talk about your entire life. If you are just getting married, don't think that, oh, I want to enjoy, I want to be around, I want to create a. No, you got to create a family. Yes, of course. But beyond that family, do you know what there is? You will have grandchildren also. Who says you can't? Maybe you'll grow your family. It may become a tribe by itself. How do you know that? So you are not sure about it. So the plan is like an extendable thing. It goes ahead and ahead. Take United States of America. Yesterday they landed on the moon for the second time in 50 years. It took them 50 years. Now so many other nations have landed. 4 other nations have landed. But for United States to land once again on the moon, it took 50 years. Now they are successful now. It's the same thing. You need to have a plan, and the plan has to be fructifiable. That means you need to take the plan towards fruition. And this plan has to be viable. Viable plans are very, very important, which means you need to think 10 times before you plan anything. I can't just say that I want to only do this much. No, I got to do that as well. Let me give you an example. Suppose if I am calling someone for lunch. Okay, and there are 2 people going to come for lunch. So I'm going to cook for 2 people, correct? But if 10 people come, or if 20, or 1,000, then what happens? I'm not ready for it. I don't even have the vessels. I don't even have anything in my life. I cannot even have 10,000 people coming over there. That is not how it works. I'll tell you one example of my own. Way back in 2001, I was lying on my deathbed. I was in a coma. And when I woke up the next morning, after that, I was allowed to go home. Few days later, I again came back for a checkup. The doctor looked at me. He went through all my reports and he said, oh, I am giving you another month or 2 to live. I looked at him and I said, what are you talking about? He says, you have got very short-term life. You cannot carry on further than this. Because whatever operation that we had done, it is not successful at all. And I don't think there is any cure for this, whatever that I was having. I looked at him and I told him, I said, you know what, I'll tell you something. Every year, I will come and say hello to you. I'll say, hello doctor, how are you? I'm still alive. And for the last 23 years, I meet this doctor. And I say hello to him. And I say, how are you, doctor? I'm still alive. I'm still dragging on. I'm still carrying on. I never gave up. You also should not give up. Plans are like this. See, you have to understand, everywhere it is written, you cannot plan the outcome. But who has said you cannot plan for success? Everybody plans for success. You should know this. We don't ever plan, I want to fail. Nobody plans for failures. You plan for success, and that success is very important to you. And that is the reason why we all have to plan for success and execute it. The execution should be always very, very intricately divided in such a manner that we know each and every nook and corner of whatever this plan is going to be. The last point is carrying on beyond. Carrying on beyond simply translates into that my plan is not for me. It is for the world. I do it because I want to not only do it for myself in the first place, but I want to then help the world around. Remember the story of Casey Neistat? What did he do? Well, he succeeded. But then, do you remember he had a teacher? So, you have to now, after success, become a teacher. It is very important to teach people around. That means if you are a successful father, you have to pass on this knowledge to your son or daughter. If you don't have a son and daughter, at least pass on the knowledge to the world. So this is the four-step formula of how you can attain success. Please remember, all these four steps are extremely important. Without knowledge, you cannot go anywhere. Without the master or the teacher, you cannot go anywhere because he is required, of course. You need a plan. You need to execute it perfectly and don't stop at the plan. Please go beyond. See, everywhere, everything just keeps on rolling along till the day everything ceases to exist. So, this is how I can say you can manifest success. But manifesting success requires a lot of efforts. So, without efforts, nothing is going to happen. So, you put in all your efforts and go ahead and plan it in such a manner that you will go ahead in your life. This is the end of this particular episode where I have told you how to manifest success. I'll give you some idea about myself. I'm a teacher who has been teaching for the last 23 years now. I have disciples across the world. I was not exposing myself. I did not tell the world what I was doing. It's just recently that I started doing something so that people will have an idea. So I train everybody in how to do this different things. How to plan your life, what are you supposed to do, how to go about getting your successes, so on and so forth. Now, if you want to know more about me, you can see the links below and you can definitely subscribe to this channel and like this video. The next video we are going to do is about success in wealth. You want money as well, isn't it? Money and wealth. So we are going to do that video. So I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye.